Greetings, mortals. Jared Petty here with IGN, and
I'm John Ryan.
That's right, he's right here next to me. We're playing GTA 5/GTA Online, and we've just found a pretty amazing glitch that makes a big snowy city appear in the sky. Now, to get there,
Pretty excellent, I'd say.
it's kind of fantastic. And to make it happen, you've got to go coordinate with two folks here, which is why we're talking together. One of you's got to open. What kind of game, John, did you create?
I'm going to start a game on GTA Online. You can join a game or you can host a private game, so it's easier for you to do with friends.
Actually, it's got to be a private game for this to happen.
Oh, really?
It's required for the glitch, yeah. So you got to start a private game, then the other one you just got to go back to your replay and go back to the single-player prologue mission. Now, once you reach this point in the prologue mission, you go outside of that garage door, walk to the left, and walk to precisely this position you're seeing on the map. Then you need to signal your friend who's hosting the game to
invite you.
That's
very
right.
Simply.
And they're going to send you an invite across the way here. We should see that popping up on... Oh, look! Hey, John invited me.
Look at that. I did so good.
He did. He's amazing. His role in this is rather sad because he's not going to get to see any of the benefits of what's happening.
I have no
here.
idea what's happening during any time in this, so I get guided around by Jared, mostly by voice, throughout the better part of this.
Yeah, it's a really weird effect. Okay, now we've jumped ahead here a little bit. John's picked me up at his airplane. I spawned in his game. Now you're seeing my monitor right now. If you could see John's monitor, you would see...
You'd see none of this.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing there. Jared kept saying, do you see it, do you see it, do you see it? And I was like, see what? He's like, there's mountains in the sky!
And there they are off in the distance, mountains in the sky, or textures in the sky. Now, we've been looking for a hidden world under Mount Chiliad forever and never found it. But if you follow precisely the directions we just gave you, A, create a private game. B, walk to precisely that spot in the prologue mission in single player. C, get invited. D, go to the southeast corner of the map over by the dockyards and fly over this. You will find the area of North Yankton. And North Yankton is?
That's the section from the prologue, right?
Yep.
It's all snowy. It's like that upstate Wisconsin or New York area.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's shown in the prologue. It's also shown in a shootout segment with some Chinese gangsters late in the game. Here we are flying over the town. Now, John's flying the plane, and understand that only the person who started from single player actually gets to have any fun. We learned this the first time we tried to land. Here's my view of the monitor. John landed the plane. He can't see any of this.
Nope.
Here he goes, and here it looks like a nice land. Oh, no, actually, we fall through the bottom of the map.
We fall through the bottom. Now, I'm curious to know, if you had been the one flying the plane, would you be able to successfully land a plane on that, since you were able to actually see and interact with these environmental pieces?
That would be my suspicion. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to work, and we're going to test that a little later on and do some more with this, because this is an area of the game we were never intended to be able to explore. This is where the frozen alien is. There's a couple of funny little nods and Easter eggs tucked around in here.
World's largest fake beaver.
Yeah, the world's largest beaver. Yeah,
not fake beaver, but the real beaver.
Well, I don't know if he's a real beaver or not. I mean, I don't know how to judge a real beaver from a fake beaver. But
is he like stuffed?
I don't know if he's a stuffed beaver or not, but he's a simply enormous
Still,
beaver.
I want to see a giant beaver. I think that'd be a great time, a little family vacation.
Well, here, thanks to the miracle of video editing, just in a minute you're going to be able to see a giant beaver. Okay, so I jump out in my parachute and die. Yeah, that didn't work out so well.
Well, because you were freaking out, you wouldn't just jump out of from the plane when I told you were high enough. You had to wait, and so I could try and get you to do tuck and roll. But look at that, you respawn in North Yankton.
You respawn in North Yankton, and here we are in North Yankton, walking around, and then we're going to have a little, I think there's a little North by Northwest moment coming up here.
You foxy lady.
John can see me. He can't see the town, but he can see me. And so he decides to hit me in the head with a
I tried to splatter you all over my windshield, but I couldn't, so.
Yeah, and you notice he clips all over the map. Now we're jumping ahead here again. Your mechanic works on the roads. He doesn't work out in the fields. We tested that, but he works on the roads, which means you can summon your cars and drive around the map.
That's pretty sweet.
It is. I'm interested to find out if there's ways to get other people up here. I mean, right now I'm the only one, and you can't see the place, but if you invited other friends...
I'm sure that, if you did this with a bunch of people, like start one giant private game wherein you have everyone join it by first going into the prologue section of the game, I'm sure you could feasibly get a few people up here.
That'd be rad, and we may try to see if we can make that happen later on. Now, driving around, the reason I'm just showing here driving through the snow is, one, it's a winter wonderland, but two, not all surfaces are solid.
That's not entirely surprising, though.
Yep, so down we go into the ocean, and you're just riding the car down to the bottom a little bit here. I think we're going to cut away from this for a minute, but fortunately, if you die down here, I think you're going to drown here in a second, you're going to respawn back up in the town again.
That's really handy, because if you had to go and steal a plane or a helicopter every single time and then start again, that'd be a miserable pain.
It'd be really tedious, yeah. Oh, yeah, and here we go. And lights, camera, awesome. There we are, back up. Yeah.
Meanwhile, while you're having such a wonderful time gallivanting around Mystery Town, I am swimming back to shore because in trying to run you down, I crashed my plane.
I'm glad that happened. I hope it hurt.
It did. It mostly hurt my thumb from trying to swim so fast for the entire duration.
Oh.
Okay, so this is cool. This is the church from the later mission of the game, also where you see yourself being buried in the beginning. Spoilers if you haven't played the game already.
Yeah, if you haven't, we're spoiler alerts at this point, I think.
They're null and void.
Yeah,
You should play the game. If you haven't already, that's your own fault, nobody else's.
So
Unless your boss, who doesn't pay you enough to buy the game, in which case get a raise, then stop complaining.
Yeah, or something like that. And we would never advocate theft, but
I do.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I advocate theft.
Well, I'm not going to advocate it, and I'll leave you open to criminal liability. There's a nice little wreath over there. You never see this in the daytime during the game, so it's kind of cool to walk through here. And you walk around the angels. The tombstones are destructible. I shot at them with a machine gun. Downtown here we have an example of Rockstar's questionable sense of humor with the, theater name there.
That's the Pollock, like Kevin Pollock.
There's
nothing awful about that.
I don't think that that's what they were shooting for. Oh, and here we have some wonderful movies that are coming out soon.
Water Torture and Whose Placenta?
Yes, exactly.
I'd watch that.
Would you really?
I would absolutely watch Whose Placenta. Possibly starring Tracy Jordan.
It could also star Matt Smith or one of the other doctors.
No.
It's Whose. Yeah, it could be his.
But that's that's not a charming British comedy right there. That's an American terrible derp fest.
I don't know what you're talking about here. So, all right. So Zoe's wandering down the street here for a little bit, and we're going to get a look at one more thing here. There was we were talking about a really big beaver, and I think in just a second that's going to pop up. But I'm going to summon another car here because my last one fell through the map. So. The phone pops up, call the mechanic. Again, this only works on the roadways. We're interested in exploring, see what other stuff's hidden around here. I haven't found any people yet. There may be some.
No, there won't be any people.
You don't think there'll be any people?
I don't think there'll be any people.
Okay, well, there might be people. You never know.
Did you find people?
Well, I didn't have a long time to look around.
You explored the entire town. There's no people.
There's a really big map. There could be something hidden out here.
Look, it's amazing that there's this city in the sky. I think that's like one of the coolest things ever. But you can see there aren't even, that building doesn't have sides on it.
Well, yeah, but neither did towns in the Old West, and they still had people in them.
No, they didn't.
Sure they did. Yeah, haven't you watched High Noon?
Jared, this is not the Old West.
These are not, okay, but this is Snow City.
You're not going to find people here.
There's
nothing
possible there are
The
people.
stuff that you're going to find is environmental details. I'm amazed that the fence posts are destructible.
$20, I say there's people up here.
Done.
All
Handshake.
right, done. Handshake. Okay, we'll find out in the next video.
And it doesn't count if you bring people with you.
No, I'm not going to bring people with me. But if I find a person, we're going to say that I won this. Okay, we're going to turn around here, look around. There's one more thing to show you. John, if you were making a city in the sky, what would you populate it with?
I'd probably just do Columbia, but less racist.
Okay, that would be good. I'd be okay with that. Is this a metaphor for Columbia? Is this actually not a glitch?
It might be.
Okay.
Only instead of racism, it's just the absence of people.
I'm pretty sure I saw some racism in that theater name already, honestly.
I maintain that is an homage to the actor Kevin Pollock of movies such as Wayne's World 2 and The Whole Nine Yards.
Didn't Kevin Pollock host a poker show on TV for a while? I believe he did.
He may have.
I think Celebrity Poker Challenge.
He also hosts a semi-successful podcast.
Really? What is that? I don't listen to that. What is it called?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we know what it's called.
They used to record and shoot it at the offices at which I worked a few years ago.
So driving around a little more here,
and here it is. Giant beaver.
Yeah, here it is. The world's largest beaver.
Is that is a large... That's made of wood. That's not a real beaver.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't look at the textures carefully. I mean,
well, I'm just saying, like, unless they froze it to death, like, the
it
crocodile clock in Hook.
It absolutely could be a big frozen beaver.
So. I think that's made of wood. I think that beaver sign is full of lies.
Well, we're gonna see what else we can find, like whether there are people up here or any of the rest. Oh, there's the movie posters again. But until that time, I hope that you'll come back and check in for more GTA 5 facts, GTA Online help, guides, etc. I'm Jared Petty. I'm here with
John Ryan.
And, from all of us here at IGN, we say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Joyeux Noel.
Blissful Kwanzaa.
Exactly. May your Yuletide be merry. And, all right, see ya. Keep it on IGN.